Can you guys hear me? Uh, is my sound loud and clear, guys? Yes, lovely. So good morning, Po, good morning, Nico, good morning, Daisy. Yes, yes, 90 subscribers, yes. Looking forward to 100. I don't know how it's gonna feel. Never been there, so don't know. So let's see where we are in the markets today. So as I was saying, like yesterday, to be honest. So the contract has moved, so all your drawings are going to look shit now suddenly. And if you don't have the adjust set, please set it, because otherwise you're not adjusting for the contract. So the contracts have now moved, and the current price we are trading at is 25,139.8. So looking at weekly, we have swept the previous week low. We are kind of looking, I mean, let's see what happens, but it's looking bearish. Just suddenly, it's just looking a little bit more bearish. So we'll see what happens and what can we look at dropping the background music. I can't drop it because then you'll hear me breathing. I can reduce the volume further. Better? Okay, let me fix that, please. Just give me one second. Okay, how's the voice now? Is the voice better, Ileana? It should be better now because I moved the mic literally inside next to my face. So that should fix it. It's just that you'll hear breathing because of the mask. It's just a lot of breathing there. Otherwise, I can't talk, right? Can't even live. Most likely will die. So yeah, weekly, it's starting to look a little bearish. So that's good. That's what we anticipated. Now, the most important thing is that we are heading. So this guy is no more here. Just FYI. This guy is now here. And we are trading below this daily fair value gap now. So this is inverted. If it closed today, lower, confirmation of inversion. NQ is doing something stupid. I don't understand how, but every candle is right now. Yeah. Better. Yeah, I was just a bit confused. What's going on? Yeah, so this is better. Instead of continuous rise, I'm gonna look at this. So currently it's fine. I think markets are looking a little bit fishy. I don't understand. This contract adjustment, I don't understand. Especially early in the morning. Don't look at this today. Up or down, don't care, because it's just going to be a bit weird. The whole price action will look a bit idiotic on the higher time frames. So just be sure you know what you're doing. So look, like over here, if I turn it on, everything is going down. If I do this, the whole price action changes. See this? But you adjust for price. You want to adjust for contract changes, okay? You want to make sure you are adjusting for the new contract. So yeah, I mean, the more I'm looking at it, the more I feel it's just turning more and more, bearish, and you're leaving fair value gaps after fair value gaps on the bearish side, and you want to see how we react in there. Like yesterday already has given us pretty decent moves. Like if you look, for me, this was somewhere over here, by the way. So I got two moves yesterday, one with the mentorship students and one like 2 with mentorship students. The gold one gave 1 TP, and then it reversed and stopped us out. But NQ gave a beautiful trade yesterday. I'm trying to remember where I entered. Yeah, I entered somewhere over here on the 2-minute time frame. So yeah, it was somewhere over here, somewhere around here, and entered and took a 2 hour from there. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. Yeah, I can show you exactly where it was. No, it was not this. Yeah, it was somewhere around here. I need to go into replay mode. Let's go into replay mode. Okay, now I know where it is. So this 2-minute, once this 2-minute order block was converted into breaker block yesterday, that's where I took a trade from on the long position. So basically this was the long position yesterday for 2 hour, somewhere around here, stop loss underneath this, and then aimed for 2 hour. It was delivered quite quickly. I did not go for that big one. And then in the afternoon I took a short first from here, like from somewhere around here, initial 2 hour, and then they took another short when the market went up, and this fair value got inverted with power. I took another short from here down to here, and that was like bigger one. So overall I had a 8-hour day. Gold also I took a trade, but that was like stop loss was like break even stops were hit pretty quickly, even though I was thinking gold is gonna play better. Gold looked better yesterday. I thought gold is going to be the better asset to trade yesterday, but I was completely and utterly wrong. Gold was not the better asset to play. Alright guys, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Put them in there and I'll try to answer them. So what am I expecting right now? I'll be very honest, I'm bearish, but I don't have any specific bias in regards of where this market wants to head. As I've said, it's December. December is very weird in terms of price actions at times. What I want to see is obviously Asia low and London Q1 low are basically equal lows right now. S&P has swept the Asia low, but not with too much power. Same as with Dow Jones. So nothing has swept the Asia low with any power. What I want to see is like a sweep of Asia low, most likely with some sort of power, some sort of confirmation, some sort of displacement to confirm whether the market really wants to head into that direction. As of now, there is no confirmation as such. So you just want to wait and see what happens here. There is no such trade as of now. Let's see if we can get a turtle soup on gold though. Let's just quickly see if gold can give a confirmed trade. I don't mind taking it. I think I'm going to take a long on gold. Yeah, I'm going to take a long on gold. So cool, my entry is over here. I'm gonna go for 2 hour, so just nothing Major just on regular 2-hour trade, and I'm going to let it play out. Stop loss will be under the London Q1 low, that right over here, 4297.3. And the TP will be, yeah, up there somewhere. Alright, all good. So gold long is now active. Let's let it play out. Thinking about NAS, I want the lows to be swept once. Once the lows are swept, we can think about a trade. Not yet. So gold is a full hour trade, yeah, full risk trade, and yeah, we're just waiting and watching what happens. So the reason of trade, if people want to ask, is basically you have this order block, right? Inside of this order block, you have this nice looking fair value gap. Obviously, we did not enter earlier, but we are retested the fair value gap, tried to bounce out, retesting it again. If we go down, I might close this one early. Like normally I say I don't close trades early and let it hit my stops, but I don't mind closing it early. I mean, I'm fine closing it early if I feel it's not strong. But yeah, I expect this to have a bounce from here and a good, pretty decent bounce. That's what I will be expecting. So let's see whether it gives us that or not. If it gives us that, that would be great. So questions. When trading NQ, how important is it to see SMT on the S&P? If the S&P has taken liquidity, should we also expect NQ to take liquidity as well? Not as necessarily that you expect them to take liquidity. It's just that what you're trying to see is that two correlated assets are acting like each other. They are not like acting different from one another. That's the only thing about SMT, right? Like SMT, there's no other specific thing that you're looking for. It's just like, okay, are these two things which are supposed to be being same or not? So yeah, I mean, it's not necessary that if S&P has taken a low, NAS should also take it. If NAS is not taking it, that's the fun part. Because then they are doing something different. Then that means something weird is happening in the market, and that means something weird is going on in the market. That it might start going higher. Just give me 1 second, guys. If you were wondering what I was doing, I was literally having a sip of my coffee. I really needed it. I woke up a little late today. It's not late. We all, the 19 people who are sitting here, and if they're in Europe, they woke up at a very good time for, normal people. By late, I mean like normally I wake up at around 5:30, and today I woke up at around 6:15 UK time. So it's basically 45 minutes later than normal, which obviously means I could not do the start of day things like having my coffee in peace, starting my day off. I could not. So yeah, I just wanted a nice coffee, a sip of a nice coffee before it went cold, and I will do that again in the next 5 minutes so that I can finish off that coffee now. So let's see, Nasty boy. Still nothing fun on NAS or on my gold. I mean, we are in a long on gold. It's okay. It's a good risk trade. I've taken full risk on it. So if we are starting to come lower, I still have this Asia low which I am putting my money on for a turtle soup, that this is the sweep, retest, and then it could go higher. So lots of places. I mean, I'm not so concerned about one specific trade. Like if it is a loser, it is a loser. But the point of trading this was that, hey, everything has been looking bullish. Daily has been looking bullish. It is now trying to basically just, show some sort of signs of weakness. It has come down a little, and maybe it will just show, bounce quickly just to go higher. Because at the end of the day, The trend is bullish. All these down movements that you see in a bullish trend are only ways to go higher. So I'm putting my money on it. I've put $250 risk on it. So let's see. Let's see if I make 500 or not. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? By the way, it is obviously now the final 2 weeks of the year. Once this year is done, obviously this is how many days? So after this week, unluckily for a couple of weeks, there will be no YouTube streams because I don't want to trade live during that period. I'll be doing some YouTube videos here and there, but not lives. It will just be like psychology videos. I'll just record them and push them out. But we will start our trading weeks again from the 5th of January. So the first YouTube stream will be on the 16th on the 6th of Jan. So just letting you guys know so that people who are regulars, they understand that I need some break and I want to save you guys, the trouble of trading in a very, very bad phase of the market, which is obviously the December time, the end of December, very low, very weird volume, very weird price action. Even this week is supposed to be like that, but I trade until at least, the second last week. So, yeah. But next week, there's no trading, guys. So, 22nd, 23rd, like how many days do we have of trading? So, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 26th. So, 4 trading days, 29, 30. Yeah, we are basically reducing 6 trading days from the month. That's fine, though. 1 second, having my sip of coffee again. Okay, it's over now. Finished. Over. Now I can't go back and have my coffee. It's finished. So yeah, I was saying that, yeah, we'll reduce the 6 trading days of December because, the price action is going to be very, very weird. Normally, even on the 5th week, the price action does not come back to normal. It comes back to normal from 12th of Jan onwards, but I start trading on the 5th. I start looking for opportunities on the 5th. If I get something, if something is happening, fun is happening, I'll take those trades. But most of the time, those are dependent on whether the market is really trying to, or some news has come out that could basically give me that could give me an opportunity to enter the market. So a lot depends during that period. Any questions, guys? Guys, come on, throw some questions. Otherwise, I don't have things to talk about. I have already taken the trade I wanted to take. And the sort of price action that's happening, I can tell you what the next trade on NQ is and I can log off. Have the second coffee in peace if you guys don't have questions. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting here talking to myself. This channel is not just for me to advertise my mentorship, Trust me, it's not. This channel is for me to talk about trading. And if you don't have questions, that means we're all good then. That means the business I've chosen for myself, mentorship, is not gonna really work because nobody wants to learn anything either, or they already know everything. Fucking hell, bro. That will be a bad choice. So yeah, please feel free to ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, then I am not like a very, very, smart YouTuber who knows how to carry on a stream without people talking about much. F. Dorte says, what do you think about ES versus NQ? Lots of people trading NQ, but seems ES might be. So the answer to that is very simple. If you look at ES, NQ, Dow Jones, Russell, whatever you feel comfortable trading, you should trade that. The reason people trade NQ more is because one contract value is higher, right? A small move, it's not like a small move, but it's just, NQ just tends to be more beginner friendly, I would say. It just likes to follow some rules better, normally. But ES is as good. If you are happy to if you're happy to manage the contractual changes, if you're happy to manage the value changes and all those things, then you can trade anything. It doesn't matter what you're trading. No, but Ilyara, if you don't know enough, that's the best time to ask questions. Like if I click a button and I say I click this button, the best question one can ask is, why did you click this button and not the other button? It's not necessary whether the question is right or wrong. The point is, asking that question creates a conversation. The conversation brings answers. And the answers bring knowledge to everyone, not just one person. Otherwise, it's me talking to myself on a screen looking at a chart. Like, there's no fun in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I don't want to do it. I mean, I can be quiet here. I can put my head like this and go to sleep. Sleep for a bit, wake up. There will still be like two people who have slept or while I have been talking live, who have already slept, and they'll still be watching me. So the point is, like, if we are doing the lives, if we are basically talking there, then how do we use each other's time the best? So ask anything. So if we are to trade below this, these two fair value gaps, I'll most likely close this trade. To be honest, I'll move the stops just over here for now. 4300 dot. I'll just move it 4300 dot just to, yeah. So the stops are 4300 dot. I don't expect price to go there. If the price is going there, that means something is not right. And obviously that also means that my thesis is totally incorrect. So remember, at the end of the day, it's a thesis game, right? If your thesis is wrong, you'll not see the market correctly. Like right now I was thinking, okay, there's an order block, there's a fair value gap, and then you have the Asia low. So worst comes to worst, we can basically do a turtle soup and just start going higher. So if we are not doing that, if we are starting to go below Asia low and trade below Asia low, inverting everything, then the thesis was wrong. Then I was not expecting I was expecting the market to do, the market doesn't want to do it. So how do we make sure that we are able to manage that sort of a position is like this. So we basically moved our stops higher. So right now the stops are now over here, 4300. So reduced like risk by 0.2 maybe 0.2, 0.25. And yeah, then just let it carry on. Best start for passing props with EOD drawdown. Best, there is no strat to pass any prop firm F.A. You need to just trade, man. That's the best strat. Just manage your risk and trade. There is no specific strategy that passes a prop firm. Yes, there are some entry models that can help you do it, but prop firm challenges are not as difficult as people put them, like a gambler can pass it if he wants to. It's just, if you're disciplined in terms of passing your challenge, you'll be disciplined in terms of executing trades once you have passed your challenge. So aim is that you basically manage. See, aim of a trader is to manage risk. Let's not just pretend that we are very great traders. For a second, let's take a step back and say, okay, we are average traders and we want to make some money. How do we make money? It's a business. You're putting in X amount of money to buy these challenges. You want to take out 2x, 3x of that money. The problem with most of the people when they trade prop firms is that they get massively greedy and they think they can make way more than they should. Right? So imagine every payout they want to make $30,000, $40,000. Now that is where the problem lies. Yes, you can make it, and yes, there are people who are making it, but it's not easy. It's not very easy to come by all that sort of success. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort to reach that sort of success. It takes a lot of discipline to reach that sort of success. Yes, you can hit those numbers once in a while by just gambling your way through it, but not every day, not every month. People who hit every day, those numbers, every month those numbers, trust me, they know what they're doing. They're very smart. Like the amount of control they have is insane. I don't think prop firms is about strategies. Prop firms is about discipline. If you are disciplined, if you know what you're doing, if your risk is controlled, if you're understanding and you're entering every time your entry model appears, you will pass a prop firm challenge. You will also get payouts. So I am really not liking how we are basically closing below the Asia low, which I didn't want to see. So my aim was to see a turtle soup kind of a situation here, but we are closing below. I'm just giving it a couple more minutes to see what it does here. If it cannot show any strength, then yeah, most likely it's going lower. So I'm just going to give it like a couple more minutes. Just this is the last, fair value gap that I'm putting my money on. That maybe if there is a bounce, it could happen from here. We are nicely in discount of this bullish impulse move higher, and yeah, just giving it one last chance to show something. Because if it can push above and invert this fair value gap, that would be the signal for the market that okay, we are done, no more sweeping off. The London low is set, now let's go higher. But if we can't, then London low will most likely be swept. And talking about NAS is very, very slow. NAS I will not trade until we have maybe swept this low, these equal lows. I mean, yeah, you can look at it like, oh, we still have swept this low, right? And taken all this liquidity. Just a matter of small couple of numbers, just a few cents. Yes, I will be happy to trade it, but I would be more happy to trade it if we would have swept it. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no clear price action on NAS, so I don't want to take a trade on that. And yeah, as I said, for gold, I'm still hoping this is a turtle soup and the market can go back up and start doing something bullish. Because if we are not able to break below and this, let's say in next 1 minute we close above Asia low again, that will give a very good signal that hey, this does not want to push lower, but we need to close above Asia low. Like no closure below Asia low will give a very good signal to the markets. And I really feel that will also trigger buyers to step in to start buying towards the higher prices. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Like this will become the protected low, then I can move my stops here. I just want to reduce risk on this trade. Like this is how I basically, when I don't like a trade, I move my stops. Like every opportunity I get, I try to move my stops higher. So it's last 15 seconds. Let's see whether we can close above Asia low or we close below Asia low. As of now, it looks like we'll close, well, God knows, 9 seconds to go. We'll see it, we'll find it out. So we are closing below Asia low, but yeah, it's still a good closure. I would say it's not a bad closure, so I don't mind it. We have not even inverted this fair value gap, so that's fine. We give it time, we let it play out. If it can bounce here, that would be great as well. If it can't, then most likely stops are going to be hit. Okay, so our prop, okay, so there are so many questions. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. NQ is Wiki. NQ is not Wiki. Every one of them is Wiki. I think we don't know. Yeah, consistency, risk management, back testing, agreed. Our prop firms somehow hedge themselves. So it depends. Every prop firm has a different way to manage their risk. It's not necessary that they will hedge themselves against you, against your trade. They might have their own traders who are hedging based on XYZ parameters, but yes, they do hedge themselves. But not necessarily, if you take a long, they'll go short. Not like that. It's a very calculated decision. They have their quants, they have their strats, and they are basically building out a model themselves based on what the expectancy is, or what the expectations are for the market. And those models they're not trading against you. They're just trading to make sure the downside risk is controlled for the prop firm. Morning, Jackie. There was bullish back-to-back fair value gap on gold on the 4-hour. It was external range. Could you comment on this? As I got messed up by it yesterday, hard to drop my bias. So, Jackie, as you know, we were trading together, right? 4-hourly, you were looking at these back-to-back fair value gaps. I guess this is right? When you see back-to-back fair value gaps, right, first of all, that doesn't mean the price is going to go there. Oh, nothing can stop it. It will forever go higher. It will always reach. Because you need to see where you are. The context of this was that you have already come so close to this 400% and this, total, the area there where the price should have gone, that maybe it didn't have any move left. And once you started inverting those fair value gaps, you should have just inverted your, bias as well, and then started looking at these back-to-back fair value gaps instead. Like, back-to-back fair value gaps will happen in both directions. It's just that, okay, one did not achieve it, change your bias, move on, go to the next one. Don't get stuck to it. That's the only thing I'll say. See, there's nothing stupid that happened in the yesterday's one. I'll be very, very honest. It just, it had all, the previous ones was very close to achieving its target. So the current one that just didn't perform. So that's fine. It's part and parcel. Back-to-back fair value gaps always play like that. You will win some, you lose some. If it closes below Asia low, would you consider a short trade from here? No. I will consider a short trade only, I don't know. I mean, when will I consider a short trade? I have an answer for this. I will consider a short trade after a sweep of a high. Why should I short from here when I can short from here or here or here? Like, it's a decision you make, right? You're not just pressing buttons to trade a trade. You are basically trying to find the best possible area to trade from. So just, my 2 cents. Like, why would you want to short here? You want to short here. So let's say we go here and I take 1 TP and then it starts showing reversal sign. I go to break even, then I can think about taking a short maybe. But not where we are right now. Like, that was not really an area. Like, look at this. We were looking at this order block, right? What the market did was fucking funny. Went below, turned to break a block, took support of OTE and now started to bounce straight out of it. And decent power, This is not bad candles overall. It could reverse straight away from here again, but that's still decent power as of now. So you let the market do its thing. You let the market do its thing. It will give you opportunities when it has to. And in regards of Jackie's question, back-to-back fair value gaps, do look at what else is there in the charts. You will get a lot of answers, and nothing is going to work every time, guys. It's failing is part of life. Like, it's not just trading, it's life itself. Nothing works forever. Right? Nothing in life keeps going on and on and on and never fails. Everything fails. So does strategy, so does entry model, so does a trader. I know I have my own expiry in trading. One day I'll start failing and I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? But that day I'll just need to find a different way to make money. From trading, again, nowhere else, trading. Because all it takes, your knowledge cannot go away. Your strategies or entry models might stop working, but other things will keep working, the way they are. So just remember that, guys. It's just like, if you have a strategy, if you have backtested it and it has shown you results, trust it. Trust the results. Don't trust the person who created the strategy. Don't trust anything else. Just trust the backtest results. 50% win rate strategy with a consistent risk to reward is good. It's enough for anyone to make money. People don't understand that. People think they need like, 80% win rates. No, you don't. All you need, I'll be very honest, is a 50% win rate strategy with a 3 hour, 2.5 hour risk to reward. With partial, it will give you 2 hour and you'll be profitable. I mean, I don't mind having a 80% win rate strategy. It's just that they don't exist. There's nothing called a 80% win rate strategy. So don't aim for that. Don't aim for that 80% win rate. Aim for that 45-50% win rate, 2.5 to 3 hour. Okay. Yes, and then comes risk management. So that's why I said, if you have good risk management, if you have good journaling skills, if you are doing things as your mentor tells you, you will make money. There's nothing stopping you. But yes, if you're just being yourself again, you're doing things that you're not supposed to, or you're doing things that, the mistakes that you were making before, you're still making them, well, then God save the queen. I mean, not the queen, God save the king. Because it's not gonna work out. It's all about just doing the right things. So what is it looking like? So we have shown some displacement. Okay, so that's good. Inverted this fair value gap straight away. Asia low is still being respected. So, I mean, I'm liking the price action, but I can't move my stops here yet, because either we leave a fair value gap here, we leave a BPR right over here, right? Then this becomes BPR, and then maybe I can use this as a stop loss. I can move my stops here, because then we have a BPR in the way, and then I can move my stops here and just let it play. So still 1 minute to go for that. Once that happens, that's another story. Talking about NQ, we have swept the Asia low and London Q1 low. Now I want to see a reaction here. So let's see what we get here. That's a good displacement candle, I'll be very honest. But if we are able to push higher from here, which I doubt straight away we will, but let's see. For NQ, my trade will look something along these lines. If we are able to push higher, wait for a change in state of delivery there. Maybe, just maybe, enter something like this. Aim for like 2 hour, 3 hour, whatever. Maybe Asia high. Yeah, Asia looks good. Maybe aim for Asia high. But you need it to do this change in state of delivery. Before that, there's nothing. And yeah, gold, we are already in. We'll let it play out. Any questions, guys? Anything? Come on, come on. Pay attention to displacement. It was something I've been overlooking. So when I hear him say displacement, my ears perk. Very helpful. Perk. It feels like you become an elf. Displacement or powerful movement, or price going towards something, that's the key to everything, because that defines what's really going on. That defines the whole motive of the market. That defines the whole perspective of the market. So yeah, I think Jim is being smart. So Jim Erickson, this guy, he's Jimmy, bro. Jimmy, not just Jim E. Jimmy. Bro 101, what's up? When in the red do you add to the positions? Bro, okay, let me answer that. No. If you're adding to the positions in red, you're fucking over your accounts. Okay? So you don't add to your positions when you're in red or when you're in green. You try to remain static. You try to remain consistent. You try to remain as you are. right? So you try to remain consistent with everything. If you're changing your risk mid-trade, you're most likely messing up your brain. You guys are not at, like, I don't know. Okay, I should rephrase this. I don't know how far along you are in terms of your trading. I don't know how far along you guys are in terms of your education. But one thing I know is that if you are sitting if you're on YouTube, you're still trying to learn. That means you're not so far along. That means you're still open to learning. That means there are still gaps that you want to fill. That means you're still finding that path to consistency. So if you are looking for all those things, you are not yet ready to scale in any way, whether it be scaling in a losing position or scaling in a winning position. What you are trying to find right now is, can I make sure that I become consistently profitable? And what do we mean by consistently profitable is that, can I make sure that I'm getting one payout a month? Right? Initially, that should be your thought process. One payout a month, you should be happy with it. Afterwards, once you have achieved that, the next step will be, okay, can I now make sure I'm getting 2 payouts a month? Right? That's how and then you think about scaling. Once you're getting 2 payouts a month, then you're like, okay, now how do I scale? How do I scale my accounts? Do I only scale when I have winners, or do I scale when I have losers? Depends on your confidence, depends on the person you are, depends on how you trade. Like for me, I scale when I win. So when I have won a trade, I scale, right? Because I'm a streaks trader. I trade, or have always traded in streaks. If I go on a streak, I can go on like 10 trades winning streak. 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours. So I don't know how that happens. I'm not saying I'm very smart and I can predict that. No, I don't know how that happens. But when I go on a streak, my streaks are long. So my aim is that when I go on streaks, I make the most out of it. So let's say I got like 2 winners back to back, right? Now that's the start of a streak. So I'll start doubling my risk every trade. Every winner, I double my risk. Not double, basically. I add $250 to my risk. Like if a first trade is $250, second will become 500, third will become 750. So that way, I'm basically, and I always aim for 3 hours. So when you start seeing me aim for 3 hours, that means I'm scaling. Okay. So I just start scaling. So I aim for 3 hours. I try to get that 3 hours. And once I have the 3 hours, I put 2 hours at risk again, obviously in the next trade. And I keep 1 hour in my pocket. So, but I've reached that spot. You will reach that spot, and that day you can do that. It's not yet. I don't think at least any of my students, I don't think they are there yet. I can't say about you, obviously, but in terms of my students, I don't think they are there yet. So if we are able to trade below this, I mean, I think I should place my stops right over here now. Yeah, let's just reduce the risk a little bit further. I'll move my stops here. Yeah. So stops are at 43.03. So now I think it's a half risk trade than the original position. So that's fine. Half risk is fine by me. Half risk you can take. We have literally reduced half the risk. If we get stopped out, we get another opportunity. Trust me, I will enter straight away. I'll not give it a second thought. And in regards of NAS, see, I am liking this price action. It's not like I'm not liking it. It's just that what happens here, I mean, I don't know. I'm not taking a trade yet. I've told you I'm gonna take a trade if the price does this, what I talked about there, and maybe have stops here. That's what I'm looking for. That's what should happen. I'm not gonna try and do anything different there. So my stops are here, 43.03, just FYI. I'm gonna let it play out. Yeah, guys, so I mean, I think it's going to take some time to make this move. I don't see it happening straight away. I think it will take at least an hour to make this move. Not hour, if not hour, 30 minutes at least. And I'm not going to stay for that long. I need to start my day as well. So for gold, as I said, 4303.3 is my stop loss. If I get stopped out, it will be a 0.5 hour loss because the initial stops were here. And I mean, right now it's 8.7. It's not going to be half hour. Close to half hour, like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's not a massive stop. To be honest, 43.05, you can, no, I think that was better. This is better. I'll keep it here for now. Yeah, so the stops are here. NAS, let's see how we react here. I would say just wait. The trade is going to be active here. It's simple. You want a closure above here for the trade. Yeah, NQ is trying to do that. Yes, it's not able to push lower. So if you look at this 2 minutes, right, it's not able to push below these and it's trying to get back inside. So lack of displacement. Yes, oh, you meant lack of liquidity for December. Yes, I mean, London sessions will look like this now. You know, tick, 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 like that. But New York will still have liquidity. It is better to trade New York or to trade just gold. Like, that's fine. It's part of the game. You basically make a choice of what asset you want to trade. But yeah, guys, I'll make a move now. I think there's nothing much happening. Like, I don't see any price action that will, you know, tell me that, hey, get in now. If somebody wants a small scalp, maybe you can try this. It's a risky one because there's like back-to-back fair value gaps up top and, you know, over here, and we haven't even reached the 250%. But you can either try a long over here or you can try a short once we come below this one. So if we are able to invert these and just come below this, you can try a short with this as a stop loss and aiming for 250%. That's a 3-hour trade. It's totally up to you what you want to try. But I would say, like, at this point of time, the market is not giving any clear signal. Apart from, like, gold is also looking a little bit bearish. I'll be very honest. It's not looking bullish right now, in my fair opinion. So just give it time. Let the market develop and maybe you will get an opportunity on NAS very, you know, soon. You'll get a good opportunity on NAS to basically have a long for the day and maybe aim for Asia high or even previous day high if the market starts rallying higher. Because this could be very well be the, you know, manipulation under all this price action right over here. So manipulate, go back up and then start going higher the whole week. So just remember that. Yeah, I have told you my idea of what I'm looking on NAS for today. This is what I'll be looking for. I might be completely wrong. If I am, I'll change my bias. That's completely fine. And on gold, we are already in a trade with a stops at 4303.3 and hopefully it's never hit. And we go on to hit our full TP. But with that, I'll say thank you so much. Thank you for again taking out time and listening to me first thing in the morning. I know you want to hear your babies cry. I know you want to hear them laugh. I know there are so many other things that you want to do early morning, but you come here to look at this masked man talk about shit and not teach much. But trust me, remember the process. Be with me. Ask me questions and I'll try to teach you as much as I can. But take care. Have a very, very good day and a lovely, lovely trading as well. Enjoy yourself, guys.